You're already 100%, why do more? Several times a week, veterans will call into my office and they're at 100% permanent and total. They've been at 100% permanent and total for a number of years. They want my help to appeal a decision or to add additional conditions onto their disability claim. And I just have to ask first, why? What are you looking to do? Because you're already 100%. Why do more? First of all, I can't tell you from this video, just a quick disclaimer, I cannot tell you what to do in your particular case. If you're at 100%, there's no way of me knowing without looking at your file, and it gets complicated. So the purpose of this video is to give you some considerations, some things to think about when you're at that 100% level and you're thinking about applying for more conditions. But the only one who can make that decision as to whether or not it's right for you is you. So let's get started and talk about whether or not it's right. So if you're 100% permanent and total, you might be thinking, well, this is the highest level of VA disability there is. Why would anybody want to apply for more? And under certain circumstances, it actually makes sense. In certain circumstances, veterans might be eligible for something called special monthly compensation. Special monthly compensation are rates that are above 100%. They range from a couple $100s more a month to several $1,000s more a month based on what's going on in the veterans' lives. Special monthly compensation can be awarded under a number of circumstances. It can be awarded if the veteran is blind, if the veteran has had an arm or a leg amputated. It can be awarded when the person needs something called aid in attendance, in that they cannot do their activities of daily living like cooking, cleaning, bathing on their own. So aid in attendance and some of these other special monthly compensation rates are for conditions that are so severe that they don't really fit into the normal 0 to 100% rating. In that case, I say, yeah, maybe it makes sense to service connect some of these conditions. So if you have an amputation or a condition that might lead to an amputation, but you're already at 100%, that might be the time to apply for that additional benefit. If you have a condition that might require a temporary total rating because of a surgery, that could entitle you to special monthly compensation. If you are blind or you are missing an eye, that might be something to consider applying for. But again, it's very fact dependent. It depends on the individual circumstances of the veteran, and it has to be pretty dramatic in order to get the special monthly compensation. The most common scenario we see are individuals who have such disabilities where they need someone else to help them with their activities of daily living, and that's called aid in attendance. But again, you can look up more about aid in attendance on the VA's website, which we'll link below. Now, the other circumstance where I think maybe it's a good idea to apply for an additional disability is if you think that it might lead to ultimately your passing. And the reason I say that is not to be grim, but if you're married and you're at 100% disabled and you have a condition that might ultimately prove to be fatal, well, if you apply for that condition or are granted it, and it ultimately does cause your passing, your spouse will be automatically entitled to what's called disability indemnity compensation, assuming your spouse meets other criteria, such as they haven't remarried, or that you were actually service-connected for this thing that ultimately caused your passing. Now, that doesn't always apply, necessarily, because if you're at 100% for, let's see, I think it's believed 10 years prior to your passing, then your spouse will also be entitled to disability indemnity compensation. But again, if it's a more recent thing that you've applied for, or you've only recently gotten to 100%, and you're now applying for another condition that might ultimately kill you, then it might make sense to apply for that additional condition. Let's say you're at 100% and you want to apply for tinnitus or tinnitus. It's just ringing in your ears. It's not the signs of Meniere's or something like that. Unless you really enjoy going to CMP exams, it doesn't necessarily make sense to apply for it. But again, this is a situation where you have to evaluate what your service-connected disabilities are, what your own capabilities are, where you are physically and in your life, and what it is that you're trying to do. But just, again, throwing more claims onto the pile doesn't always make sense. It's very fact specific. If you've been denied special monthly compensation, give us a call, or if you've been denied any service-connected condition and you'd like help appealing it, give us a call. Let's see what we can do for you. Now, again, there's very limited things we can do for you. If you're already at 100%, it's not always ways we can necessarily help, but like I said, if you're less than 100% or you've been denied special monthly compensation, that's when you should give us a ring, see if we can help you out. Or if you believe the effective date's incorrect, let us know. And again, effective dates, it's really important that you continuously pursue your claims. That's the topic of another video. But in any event, till next time, take care.